Hey everyone, it's Brett from Hope to Prosper, coming to you today from Bryce Canyon. It's beautiful. Just went on a nice big hike, and now I'm ready to go back to the car and see all the viewpoints. Anyways, thanks for coming along on this trip. Talk to you soon.
Wanted to talk to you today about creating retirement goals. So I've had a set of written goals since 1991, and I've completed most of those goals except for two, and those two goals I'm pretty close on, so I'm not going to beat myself up on it. I just am going to keep charging ahead and then complete those. And I had come to the conclusion that when I had completed all those life goals over the past 30 some odd years, that I was going to be done. I wasn't going to create any new goals for myself, that I was just going to relax and enjoy my life a lot more and not be under the weight of these goals. And I've come today to realize that maybe that's a mistake and that I need new goals and different types of goals for retirement. Let me just say before I get started on the goals that I've set for myself now, the new goals, that goals have gotten me to where I am today. There's no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't be as well off financially, emotionally, health-wise, or any other things without goals. And if you don't have a written set of goals and you're not striving towards something, I'm just going to recommend it for you. I'm just going to say that in my own experience, having the goals has made all the difference. I've seen a lot of people just meander through life and not really accomplish much because they don't have anything that they're striving for. And I've done quite the opposite. I've had these goals. They've served me really well. So I'm just going to recommend them to you. Now, on to retirement goals. I mean, your number one goal in retirement is to relax and enjoy your life. But I also wanted to do something a little more structured, and I wanted to put together some goals that I can strive for. And these aren't hard goals. They're more kind of like soft goals, let's just call it. So the first thing you have to deal with is income and income goals. And, I have a certain amount of income that I need to fund my retirement, and especially mine's a little expensive because I live in an expensive place. Plus, I want to go on a lot of adventures and travel, and that's expensive. So my income goals are kind of lofty. The good news is my house is paid off, and I don't have a lot of debt. And so I have the money that I would be spending on those things, a mortgage and car payments and all that stuff, for the other goals, basically travel and adventure. But the first thing is income goals. And most of my income right now comes from my investments. But I also want to start a side hustle, start side money. I don't want to just depend on my investments and take my withdrawal rate and, hope I don't go broke. I've said that a number of times on here. I think having a good side gig, side hustle, side business, something that makes a little bit of money, even a hobby job, would make everything a lot more comfortable and less stressful, and I would be depending less on my investments. So I kind of have like a three-legged stool where I have my investments, in the future Social Security, and then some kind of a side hustle. I also have this YouTube channel. I don't know if it'll pay off money or whatever, but for now I'm just enjoying doing it. So I'm not really putting income expectations on at this point. I'm just kind of enjoying it. So income goals, that's my first set of goals. I need to make a certain amount of money per month, about $4 to $5 grand per month, to make me happy. Probably more like $5 to $6 grand per month with healthcare. And then that will fund my lifestyle. So income goals is my first goal. My second goals are my adventure goals. I've set out to go see all 50 states, 40 national parks, and I have 25 other trips I've planned. I also tend to do the Six Peaks Challenge. So I've set a bunch of adventure goals for myself, and this has been an awesome thing. I'm so glad I did this because this has kept me focused on living a life of adventure. And I don't just get to sit back and say, well, I don't feel like it this week, or I don't have the money next week. I have these goals that I've set for myself, and then they're kind of pushing me forward and propelling me. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm glad I set these goals for myself. I did it in the form of a bucket list, and And so they're not like hard, fast goals as much as, okay, this is my list of things I want to accomplish. And I'm chewing through them pretty well. I just went to Bryce Canyon, which is one of my 40 national parks, and I'm really, really happy about that. And last month, I picked up 5 more states, so I'm up to 37 states out of 50. And so I'm doing pretty well this year. I picked up 7 states this year. The next goals I have are health goals, and I think anyone in retirement should have health goals. Man, if you want to live an enjoyable retirement, you need 2 things. You need money and you need health. And if you neglect this part of your retirement, you could end up with a pretty sad retirement. I just went and visited a couple of my friends in the hospital, and I can tell you, guy's only 61 years old, almost died. So take care of your health. So my health goals are to lose 10 more pounds, exercise at least 150 minutes per week, which has been spotty. I need to pick it up. And avoid sitting all day. I just sit way too much, whether I'm driving or I'm in my desk making videos or reading my emails. I just sit too much, and I need to get out of my desk and start doing more things. So those are my health goals. I just went on a nice hike, and I had no problem just burning rubber up these hills at 9,000 feet. And so I'm pretty happy with where my health is now, but I definitely need to lose 10 pounds. So another thing that I think people need to have is purpose goals. The old saying, you need to retire to something. I don't know, some people that may apply to, some people don't. But I have come up with a couple purpose goals that I'll share with you, and it's something I think is a key component. It seemed like it was missing from my life before I came up with this. But one of my goals is to teach and to share my experience, which is what I'm doing with my YouTube channel. And I have other means I think I'm going to be able to help others along their journey because maybe they're just a step or two behind me. And then also, I've talked about this before, but I would like to start a nonprofit. And I have an idea and I have a plan. And so those are my purpose goals. And those are the things I want to do with my life before I either get decrepit or check out. So I need to probably start getting busy with that. I've been leaning more into the adventure goals than all the other ones put together.
Sorry.
The last thing I want to talk about is making your goals effective. I don't know how much you guys know about goals and goal setting. There's a thing called a SMART goal where it's supposed to be specific and measurable and relevant and timely. And those things are very important to have effective goals. To reach your goals, you have to have them kind of structured. First of all, you have to write them down. Just thinking them in your mind just doesn't do it. You have to have them, like I have a Word file I use, and I write them down. And so that they're specific and measurable and timely, and you know what you're doing, and relevant. The second thing, you may or may not want to do this, I've chosen to do it with my bucket list, is to publish it publicly, post it. By posting your goals, you kind of make a commitment that, it's harder to backtrack on it when you've shared it with the world. So I've created my bucket list on my blog. I'll put a URL up in the video just in case anybody's interested, wants to get a chuckle. But it may inspire you and give you some ideas on what to do. And then the last thing is, and this is super important, you need to follow up regularly. I have a timer set in Outlook that pings me every month near the beginning of the month, and then I review all my goals and make sure I'm on track. Sometimes I'll update them, sometimes I'll have to change them, sometimes I complete them. But if you don't follow up with them regularly, you can pretty much assure that they're not going to happen. So that's all I have for you today. That's my theory on goals in retirement. I was going to do without them, but now I've flip-flopped and I've embraced having retirement goals. I'm happy I am. I'm happy I did this because it just has changed my retirement to one of focus and purpose instead of just aimless cruising. And I'm prone to do that if I don't have something driving me along. All right. Let me know in the comments if you have anything you'd like to know or if you have anything you'd like to share. Thank you for following my channel and tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for liking and subscribing, getting more subscribers, and I appreciate you all very much. So that's all I have today. I'm wishing you all health, happiness, and prosperity, and I hope you enjoyed my Bryce Canyon footage. I have another adventure next week. I have some footage of a hike I did in St. George, and I'll put that up next week. I think you'll like it. All right. Have an awesome day, and I will talk to you next week.